In the heart of the Colombian jungle, deep within the dense foliage, Emily, an adventurous hiker from the bustling city, found herself completely lost. What started as a thrill-seeking expedition had quickly turned into a terrifying nightmare. Sweat dripped down her forehead as she stumbled through the unfamiliar terrain. The deafening silence was only interrupted by the haunting cries of unknown creatures lurking in the darkness. Fear consumed her as she realized she had no idea which direction would lead her back to civilization. Exhausted and desperate, Emily collapsed near a small clearing, her hands trembling. Just as hope was about to abandon her, she heard a mysterious whisper wind its way through the trees. "Ayuda! Ayuda!" the voice beckoned. Emily's heart raced as she cautiously followed the sound, her curiosity getting the better of her. In a secluded nook adorned with vibrant leaves and bright flowers, Emily found herself face to face with a Peruvian woman who appeared to be a witch doctor. Her eyes sparkled with ancient wisdom, and her presence emanated a sense of calm and power. "Who are you?" Emily stammered, her voice quivering with a mix of relief and intrigue. The Peruvian witch doctor smiled, her voice melodic yet commanding. "I am Ayana, healer and guardian of these sacred lands. You are lost, child, lost in the embrace of the Colombian jungle." "Yes," Emily nodded, tears of relief welling up in her eyes. "Can you help me find my way back? And have you ever seen monsters?" And so, the story was passed down through the ages, reminding people that even in the darkest of times, there is always a flicker of light, ready to guide us home. Years passed, and Emily's life moved forward. She settled down, got married, and had children of her own. The jungle's haunting beauty became but a distant memory, like the fading echo of an ancient melody. However, one fateful day, as Emily hiked through a dense forest with her children, she stumbled upon a small shrine adorned with vibrant flowers. A tingling warmth surged through her veins as she recognized the familiar aura. Emily gasped in awe, realizing that she had stumbled upon Ayana's sacred resting place. As she paid her respects, a soft breeze whispered uplifting words in her ears, reminding her of the strength and courage she had discovered within the Colombian jungle. "Thank you, Ayana," Emily whispered, a tear of gratitude escaping her eye. "For everything." A distant rustle caught her attention, and Emily's eyes widened. "Did you hear that, children? I believe Ayana's spirit lingers here, watching over us even now. Let's show our appreciation and continue exploring with reverence." Little did Emily know that Ayana's spirit truly lingered, guiding their steps and protecting them from unseen dangers. The witch doctor had become an ethereal guardian, forever linked to those touched by the jungle's magic. With each passing generation, the tale of Emily and Ayana grew, captivating the souls of those who heard it. The Colombian jungle had become a sacred place, a testament to the power of bravery and the interconnectedness of the human spirit. Before them stood a gateway, adorned with intricate carvings and symbols. It radiated a sense of ancient power, drawing them closer with an irresistible allure. "This is it, Emily," Ayana whispered, her voice filled with reverence. "This gateway holds the key to your freedom. Step through it, and you will find your way home." Emily's gaze shifted from Ayana to the gateway, a bittersweet conflict glittering within her eyes. "But what about you? Will you be all right?" Ayana's smile was both melancholic and wise. "My journey does not end here, my dear. I am bound to these lands, destined to protect them. But fear not, for we shall meet again one day." Taking a deep breath, Emily nodded, gratitude and sadness intertwining in her heart. She stepped through the gateway, feeling a shiver of anticipation running down her spine. As she emerged on the other side, Emily found herself surrounded by concerned faces, an entire search party sent to find her. With tears streaming down her face, she embraced her rescuers, feeling a profound sense of relief coursing through her veins. In that moment, she realized just how close she had come to being lost forever. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Emily's encounter with the Colombian jungle remained etched in her mind, a tale she would often recount to friends and loved ones. And in the depths of the jungle, Ayana continued her solemn duty, protecting those who sought adventure within her domain. Her presence was whispered in legends, but her sacrifice was known only to the land itself. "Back, foul creature!" Ayana commanded, her voice piercing through the chaos. The monster recoiled, shrieking in pain as the light seared its grotesque flesh. Sensing an opportunity, Emily's fear transformed into fierce determination. She gathered her strength and yelled, "Leave us alone." The monster hesitated for a moment, its eyes meeting Emily's fiery gaze. In that instant, it seemed to recognize a power far greater than its gnarled existence. It slinked back into the shadows, defeated. Panting heavily, Emily turned to Ayana, her eyes filled with gratitude. "How did you do that?" "That was incredible." Ayana smiled, her aura shining with quiet pride. The supernatural is woven into the very fabric of these lands. I am merely a conduit for its power. We are safe for now, but we must press on. With renewed determination, Emily and Ayana continued their perilous journey through the jungle. They encountered dangerous creatures and ancient spirits, each encounter testing their resolve and deepening their bond. Days turned into weeks, but hope refused to waver. Guided by Ayana's mystical knowledge, they managed to navigate treacherous terrain and overcome insurmountable odds. Just as Emily's heart began to resonate with the distant sound of civilization, a blinding light enveloped them both, and they found themselves transported to a majestic clearing bathed in golden sunlight. Ayana's smile faded as she peered into the distance, her eyes clouded with the weight of unseen horrors. I have heard tales, whispers from the jungle. There are ancient legends of monstrous creatures haunting this land. But fear not, for I will guide you and shield you from harm. With newfound hope, Emily followed Ayana deeper into the jungle. The dense wilderness seemed to twist and coil, as if shifting to test their resolve. But Ayana's steady presence kept Emily grounded amidst the swirling chaos. As they ventured further, the scent of decay and the low hum of an unnatural energy became more potent. Emily's heart pounded against her ribcage, every instinct she had telling her to flee. But she trusted Ayana, believing in her supernatural abilities to protect them both. Suddenly, the ground shook beneath their feet, sending tremors of fear through their bodies. The trees whispered a warning, their leaves rustling in panic. Ayana stopped in her tracks, her eyes narrowing. It seems we've drawn unwanted attention. Be ready, child. Out from the thicket slinked a creature so grotesque that it could only be described as a nightmare given form. Its twisted limbs oozed with slimy black appendages, and its eyes glowed with a malevolent hunger. Emily's breath hitched as the monster lunged towards them, its putrid breath washing over her face. But before it could reach them, Ayana raised her hand and whispered an incantation, a vibrant light surrounding her fingertips,